You didn't quit. You're really like against all odds. You're doing something that no one in the family's done, that none of your friends have done.
I'm just gonna say the thing you're not supposed to say.
Whatever is mine is looking for me.
You have to know what road to take to get to your final destination.
Everything that you ever wanted is on the other side of fear.
Hello, good afternoon. I know. So the last time I couldn't even play everything that she had to say because she had all of that music playing in the background. So hopefully today will be different. It seems like they actually did an official video with the woman that was drunk in her wedding dress. It's pretty insane. Hold on, let me make sure everything is good on my side because I forgot to double check. Oh, we're good. Okay. So yeah, if you didn't know, Keke Jones, the woman that went viral for dancing drunk in her living room on Facebook Live because she found out that her husband had cheated on her when she was on vacation on a cruise, is now sitting down with Hardly Initiated to do an interview. And people are talking about things that were stated in this interview that were pretty shocking. So I'm not sure what that's about, but we're going to have to get into it here in a sec. Okay. So, also, shout out to everybody that joined me for the workshop last night. It was beautiful. I hope you get everything that you deserve and that you're asking for through faith. Thank you to everyone that has joined and you have decided to become a member on my YouTube channel. I really do appreciate that. Or maybe you joined on Patreon. I appreciate you for joining as well. We are so happy to have you and thank you for joining the Light Keepers. Okay. So let's get into this situation with Keke. I've been seeing things go viral. First, there was a rumor going around that she lied about this entire thing, that it was just a skit and it was something that her and her husband put on to because she's been trying to go viral. Like if you go to her Facebook, let me see if I can pull it up. Like if you go to her Facebook, like she's a content creator on Facebook and she has 353K followers. Okay, which is crazy. I don't know what she had prior to her viral moment, but she made a lot of content because now her videos are just viral everywhere now. So the recent update is that the police were called, and let's get into what took place here because I'm like, so she was saying that I'm tired of social media speaking for me. This is all getting too much. I'm speaking my truth. So the police were called to her home because of her husband. He put hands on her.
No, my dad took it over. I don't want to be the one. No, my dad took it over. Okay,
Let me just summarize this for you. Okay. Love is when you love somebody, you don't assault that person.
For real, it's bad.
To the point that
Girl,
in the night,
what this grinded that the baby
your hand
and
and assault someone
in the
that
carpet. You look pretty.
Okay.
Do my makeup.
I need to take her to work.
I got to pay you, but I have to pay Lois for doing my hair.
Miss
I
Tiffany,
need
we
my
on
hair
live
done.
right now. We on live. She gave me her phone to record. We on live.
Oh, I'm talking about my hair. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me then, honey.
No, I'm just telling you because you're talking and the people can hear you.
Oh, about my hair?
But no.
About...
You got so much going for yourself. He just got his CDL.
But I did tell him the truth.
Yeah. She has to go. No, she really has to
say you a
go.
concerned person. I went through that, okay? You hear me?
Yeah.
And I'm one day I'm gonna tell my story.
You really should.
No, I went through that.
You really
Spit
should.
it on, putting it all that.
Okay, I don't. I just want to give my opinion on the rumor that was going around that it was fake. Did we watch the same video? That girl was mixing wine and Don Julio together. No woman is faking that. I'm sorry. You're not mixing liquor. And like you were telling me the woman that we saw that was breaking down like that was faking it? When I saw the rumor, I didn't believe it. And the only way I believed it was, oh, she's going back on what she put out here because she decided to go back to him. But it ended up coming out that the rumor wasn't true, that someone had made a fake account. And I think she said that it was a friend because she found out that her friend, let me see, her friend was messing with her husband too behind her back. Hold on, let me see if I could move my. So that got exposed through this whole entire situation. So the rumor started because of a friend of hers. So she ended up exposing it. I'm not about to get into all of this because it's just messy. And especially when it comes to the man that she's talking about, it's just like, oh my God. So she said, "This is my last time addressing this. My supposed friend, whom I had at my wedding, has been messing with my husband. I understand my crash out. I'm assuming that's what she meant because I saw many things. Yes, I'm trying to heal, but to find out today she's been dealing with my husband too, this makes me want to lose it." Then she goes and she posts a story on her page to get clout, lying on me and bragging about messing with my husband. What is wrong? I brought you into my house when your man assaulted you, left you alone with my husband just for y'all to do this. I even cooked and gave you birthday gifts. This doesn't make any sense. Now you're trying to get clout. You pleading the fifth about sleeping with my husband and hashtag team. So this is interesting. Then she ended up making a GoFundMe. And this is when people, started playing into this. Oh, this seems like this is a scam or this may be a scam. So she said, "Hi, everyone. It's Keke. Just know this was hard for me to do, but it's time. Many of you saw my story. I opened up about my pain and what I've been through in my marriage, and I'm trying to rebuild my life, protect my 2 daughters after surviving domestic abuse. I need help moving to a safe place, starting over. If you would like to support or share, here's my GoFundMe." So before she created a GoFundMe, people were creating GoFundMes in her name. So they were scamming with that. And then she addresses that she made a GoFundMe.
I have nowhere left to. Hi everybody. Yes, I made a GoFundMe. I have nowhere left to turn. I do need to move. I do need to get away. And a lot of people are dragging me from the interview. A lot of people are dragging me when this is truly what I'm going through. All I can tell you guys is to pray to God about me. Let him open your heart. Let him open your mind, because this is real. Like, this is really what I'm going through. And I get it that I'm all over the place now. I get it that people are dragging me from left to right, but I do still have people in my corner. And I just gotta do what I gotta do. And this is me I'm not crying. I'm being strong when I'm coming to you guys. But just know this is the hardest thing. Yeah, my hair is not done. So people keep saying that, but my hair is the last thing that I care about right now. I just want to be safe. I want to find a safe place to go. I want my babies back. I want life to, as I know it, to go back to how
Her GoFundMe says that she's disabled.
it were. I always have been a happy person. I always been a go-lucky person, and life has really
So she doesn't have a job.
got me. I've never been the type to even ask for help. I don't like asking for help. So this is my message to you guys. Yes, I made a GoFundMe. Yes, I did. And I don't know what else to do. It was a must. Thank you all. If you still Team Keke. And once all this stuff is over with, I'm going to come out fighting, and I'm going to come out strong, and I'm going to keep telling my story from everything that I've been through as a little girl, and I'm hoping that I can help other people get away. Thank you.
Keke Jones. Y'all watch this video.
Hi, everybody.
Hold on, me.
sat up there and made a GoFundMe talk about recently my husband physically assaulted me. He is currently in jail, but I'm afraid for my safety and my children's safety once he's released. I'm trying to move us to a safe location before that happens. But as a disabled woman and mother, I don't have the financial means to do it on my own. Girl, we all disabled. We all don't have the financial means, girl. We listen. Some of us living in the house, child, and the man and yoked us up, girl. We all need some help, child.
I really think I'm gonna be so honest with you all. I think the reason why people are dragging her is because I've seen this comment in people's in comment sections under videos or posts that they make about her story, and they say things like, "Oh, I just can't stand how she cries. Like her face makes me so upset." So I feel like a lot of it has to do with her looks. Which is why in my previous videos, I never denied that society treats you differently because you're unattractive. One of the hardest things I had to realize when I went from being unattractive to attractive is that my insecurities were valid. Everything that I felt about myself when I was insecure were true. Everything. There was not one insecurity when I was unattractive and I was being treated differently and I was being treated a certain type of way. All of it was true. There was not one thing that was not true. That's facts. And again, I just feel like people are when it comes to the pretty privilege thing, I think people are missing what I'm saying. People are mean to your face when you're unattractive. People do not hide how they don't like you when you're unattractive. And it's because they want nothing from you. But when you are attractive, people hide. They are not mean to your face, they're mean behind your back. They're passive aggressive to your face. That's the trade-off. So you go from being unattractive, people are mean to your face. They treat you like trash. I don't know how many times people slammed doors in my face. I don't know how many times people were hurrying up to close the elevator so I couldn't get on the elevator. I don't know how many times I heard the snickering behind my back, the laughs behind my back. I had to deal with that. And then when I transitioned to being attractive, people were passive aggressive. I had people stab me in my back. People were mean as fuck behind my back. And then the worst part was people were nice to my face, but they had hidden motives. So here I am thinking this is someone I can trust, but I shouldn't trust them because they're being nice to my face. It's just manipulation because they find me attractive and they want something out of me. And before, when people were mean mean to my face, they didn't want anything from me. They literally looked at me like I was just useless. But when you're attractive, oh, like they want something from me. So they're fake nice or they're passive aggressive, but they're mean as hell behind your back. They spread rumors about you. They try to tarnish your reputation. They don't want anything good to come your way because they feel like you're pretty. Everything comes easy for you. Then this is the worst part. When I was conventionally unattractive, people respected the fact that I was smart. When I became attractive, people felt like, the fuck are you talking about? You're just pretty. Shut the fuck up and be pretty. We don't want to hear your thoughts. We don't want to hear your opinions. Just shut the fuck up. Why are you talking to us? They don't like substance. So when y'all put pretty privilege on a pedestal, I'm just like, the only thing that was revealed to me going between being unattractive to attractive was smoking mirrors. It's all smoking mirrors. It's all smoking mirrors. So when it comes to Keke, I believe the reason why people are so annoyed with her face, they're so annoyed with her story is because of how she looks. They feel like if you go through something like this, that you need to look a certain way in order to gain my empathy for your situation. Let's be real. That's what it's about. I don't know how many comments. If you go to the comments, you'll see, oh my God, her face, her cry face irritates me. Her cry face is annoying. But if she was attractive to you, you wouldn't be saying that. You wouldn't be saying that at all. You have more patience, more grace, more understanding. And then you would be passive aggressive or you would say mean things behind her back. That's literally the trade-off. Just so y'all know. That is the trade-off. Like, oh, but she's stupid though. Can you believe that even if she was attractive? So like I said, you damned if you do, and you damned if you don't.
We all disabled at this point, Keke. We all need to put up a GoFundMe, Keke. Girl.
And I also want to say too that if she was smaller, like just say her weight was just on the smaller side, people probably would have way more patience for her. That is very true.
What girl, you literally was just traveling the world. I mean, y'all was having the time of y'all life. Like, who paid for all that, Keke? Keke Jones. You know God don't like a thief. And God don't like a scammer. Girl, you literally is trying to scam the world. Like, girl, we all going through stuff.
I need to know, do y'all think she's scamming? Can y'all put a 1 in the chat if you think she's scamming? Put a 2 in the chat if you think she's not. I don't think she's scamming. I really don't. Did anyone watch the original live stream? Because I know I couldn't play the whole thing because of the music, but I watched the whole thing and I felt like it was real. Like I felt like that was real emotion that was coming off of her in that video. So even when I heard the rumor, I was just like, no, y'all not about to gaslight me. I know what I felt when I was watching this lady on her Facebook Live. I don't know. I think when you're connecting to people and you're connecting to their story because you're wanting to understand them, there's this connection that's made that humans have the ability to make with a person where it's like you can feel the emotions coming off of them. So I was like, I don't know. I think this is real. I just think that one thing I noticed about Keke, and I think this is why some of you are picking up on the fact that you think that her story may be scammy, is Keke loves attention. And I feel like I picked it up in the video that she posted to her Facebook. Let me show you this one. Just as a spiritualist that's like intuitive, this one right here. This right here. This to me revealed to me that Keke likes attention. Okay. That when she finds herself in these spaces where she is a victim, because she really is a victim in the situation, she kind of like gloats in it though. Like she loves it, right? Because she's getting the validation that she has not given herself when it comes to her trauma and the experiences that she has gone through in her life. And so the reason why you feel like it's fake is because you're seeing that. Like you're seeing how she's enjoying the attention that she's getting from this, what all of what's taking place in her life. That is real, right? But how she is deciding to bask in it energetically, like she's loving the attention. Like right now, she has a friend recording this situation for her. She likes it. She's like addicted to it. But Keke also talked about in her original Facebook live that where she went viral that she does not get the support and attention. Like she was begging for her mother, she was begging for her father. She does, and then it's being revealed through this situation that she doesn't have real friends. So I think the reason why some of you are picking up on that energy, which I feel like you're not wrong, you're just discerning that she has an addiction to attention and she uses it as a form of validation when it comes to the trauma that she has experienced over the course of her life. And I think that that's what's going on. And I feel like the reason why she needs attention is because she doesn't get it from those that claim they love her, like her mother and her father. And she kind of talked about that in her original Facebook Live. And I think that that's what this is why like the internet is kind of split. It's like 50-50. Some believe Keke and some don't. But I really do think that this situation is real. It's just you're picking up on the fact that she loves the attention that she's getting from the real situation that she is finding herself in. Yeah, turning pain into a cash grab. But I don't even think it's just a cash grab. I really think that she likes the attention that she gets from all of this too. Okay. So let's go to this interview that she did with Hardly Initiated. The girls sent me the video in the content room on Discord. So I was like, okay, let me just blindly watch it with you because I have not sat down and watched this at all. So let's just see what was said in this live stream because we know that she just went through a domestic violence dispute with her husband, but nothing was really no backstory was really given to us about what actually took place that day. Okay, we gotta skip past that because they copyrighted me the last time. Okay. And remember, this is when she realized, okay, oh, by the way, shout out to the people that commented saying that um the bird cage theory, I went and looked into what y'all were saying. Oh my God, y'all, I had no idea. I think I've experienced that in a relationship. I think I've actually experienced, I feel like I experienced it when I was in a relationship during the middle of the pandemic. I think I experienced the bird cage theory. That shit is real as hell. Y'all sent me on a whole rabbit hole with that. So yeah, I would have to agree. The bird cage theory is real as hell. That's crazy. So basically it's when you're with someone that you're in a relationship with and you're in a environment that they can't escape, you can't escape, like no one can escape the cage. Okay? And this could happen during I don't know, pretty significant times in your life. Like I don't know, a winter storm, bad weather or something like that, where you can't leave your home for whatever reason, or maybe the car broke down, right? Your family car, and now you are stuck with this person. It's just anywhere where you may be stuck with this person. In this case, it was a cruise, it was a vacation. They couldn't get off the just get off the cruise and go somewhere else. They had to be together on this cruise and share a room together. So for some people, they experienced it through COVID, where they had to be quarantined inside. But it's real. And so you see how the person that you've been spending all of this time with, that you may have been married to, that you may have loved for all of these years, you're realizing that they don't really love you like that. They don't even really like you for real. And so you don't really see it until you're placed in this space where it feels like a cage and no one can escape, and you actually have to share spaces with them. And there's no, oh, I have to go to work, or I have to go do this, or I'm leaving to go do this. And so your relationship gets exposed, and how they really feel about you or towards you gets exposed. So it's very interesting.
Do me a favor, and let's go ahead and invite Keke Jones to the stage here, y'all. Keke, what up with you, sis?
You made me cry with that video. I'm a crybaby now.
Wow.
Is it still pretty emotional watching that video?
It's more than emotional. I'm counting the days as it go, and it's supposed to get better, but I have yet to feel the better.
Okay. Well, see, what I want to do here in this conversation, by the way, Keke, because everybody, you've been all over the internet. So let's actually get the backstory as chronologically sound as you possibly can, so we can just get some context to what's happening.
And first, if you don't mind, Keke, let me know if this is cool, Tyshawn, but I want to get context to that video as well. So okay. Before you start anything, give us the backdrop for that video. Where were y'all at? What was the celebration? What was going on?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that video, I don't know if anybody ever noticed, but my eyes were puffy that video. I actually was crying to him all morning in the room, wondering why he just won't hug me, touch me. We're on vacation, and I said, well, how about we go outside and have a drink, and maybe we'll be good, right? He said, all right. You could tell. And we went outside. I said, let's go have a good time. I'm still trying to make the best situation out of it, because I'm a cruiser. This is what I do by myself. So I finally got him to go with me, and it was some BBWs on the side. I guess that's what he liked, and I get them, but I already went through my weight loss journey for myself, and he just kept staring at them, and I'm just like, hey, come on, me, and as y'all see, I don't think that he cared, So I was trying to hold it in then, so I said, let me drink some more. I know that's not an answer, but I just wanted to make it feel better,
I can tell. You can look at that video.
I feel like a lot of you are picking up on the fact that Keke has a different side that she doesn't show social media too. And the side that she does not show social media is she talks about her crash outs, People call her out on her crash outs. She's been accountable for her crash outs, but the internet has never seen what her crash outs look like. And I think that that is what a lot of you are picking up on too. Let's also keep in mind that Keke openly admitted that her kids were taken away from her because of something that she disclosed in therapy. Now, I tried to find that clip in her original Facebook Live, but if you watched her original Facebook Live all the way through, she talks about how she went to therapy and she disclosed certain details, and that's how CPS ended up getting called on her. And I believe that's why she doesn't have full custody of her kids. So y'all not wrong. Like this, I think some of you want to see her as like this innocent victim, but I don't think she's innocent, but she's still a victim though. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know, there's two things that can be true at the same time, that she's not innocent, but she's also a victim to this situation. And I wonder what side we haven't seen, because some of the people that have betrayed her feel justly. So why do they feel justly? I do have that question. I do have that inquiry as well. And I think that that's something else that you may be um questioning about her, because you telling me everybody around you just do you so dirty, or is there something that you may be doing? And it's not to victim blame. I'm just observing, like, is there more to the story than what she's saying? But then at the same time, I don't really trust the people that are speaking out either, because it's like, but you still called yourself a friend to her though. And I don't know. So I kind of feel mixedly about it.
And tell us a lot more than going on than what you can actually see on the video.
No, that's a really great assessment.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing I want to do, because I want to take it back to that moment, but so much happened before y'all actually got there. I want to bring clarity to. Okay, so first off, how did y'all meet in the first place?
Well, I am a content creator. But that's not my content. My content is let's go cook. Come shopping with me. Come make some iced coffee. So I was selling plates, and he was like, "Hey, I love your content. Like that's what draw me to you. You're such a happy person. I could tell you a good person." And I told him like, "Hey, look, I'm on my solo stuff. I'm living. You know, if you want to buy the plate, that's fine. But I'm not into no man. I don't want to do that right now. I've been hurt." I told him everything I've been through.
Ooh.
I told him. He said, "You know what? I understand. Let me just buy the plate." So I sold him the plate. Then after that, I had to move. It was time for me to move. And he's like, "Let me move you." I said, "You want to move me? You sure? For free?" "Yeah, I got you. I'm going to move you." I let him move me. While in the process of moving, he said, "Hey, you ever been to this restaurant?" I said, "No, I never been to Fogo de Chao, you know?" So he said, "Well, I'm just taking you on a date as a friend." And I said, okay, we can do that because you moved me. I tried to pay him. He didn't want to take no money. So I was like, that's the least I can do. Just get this man a date, right? As a friend. And from there, I had surgery because of my weight loss. I had a lot of loose skin. And he just instantly just was just doing for me. He was putting stuff together, cleaning, changing my dresses. He just seemed like it was just too good to be true. And I was like, well, God, is you telling me that maybe this is what I need to have? Is you telling me it's
And you want to know how she ended up getting played by this man? She never had anyone come in and help her and support her, because it starts in her childhood. If y'all watch the original live stream, she was calling out to her mom. She literally begged her mom to come and live with her. She wouldn't have to pay bills or anything like that. And her mom wouldn't even come live with her. Her mom would rather live with her sister over living with her daughter. And she was so hurt by that. So this man came in and was showing her some attention that she most likely doesn't get from her mom, who she is begging to get attention from. Like she just wants to be loved and seen by her mom. And then her dad wants her to just be strong. So he like stiff arms her, and that's the support he gives his daughter, and not this warm embrace through masculine energy. So she's not getting that from her father. And so this man just showed up, fulfilling that yearn, that urge, that space that has been so empty and abandoned for so long. And this man just came in and he played the perfect role. I think that is what happened. She never had anyone like just show up for her like that, and he did.
time, because I told God when the time is right, I'll do it. But I wanted to heal. I've been through too much. It was time to heal. And 2 years later, this man came out the blue. They say he comes when you're not looking. So I said, maybe this is it for me. Let me get this man a chance. And he wasn't my type. I no shade, no tea. He wasn't my type. But they told me, I don't know if you see all the time, they say, stop picking your type. Your type is what's hurting you. Stop choosing your type. So I said, let me not choose my type. Let me give him a shot. Let me help him dress. Let me help him smell good. Let me make him, let me up him, And it was good. It was good for a little while.
In the dating phase, how long was that dating phase?
It was a year and a half. 2023 in August. 2023 in August. He proposed in 2024 on my birthday. And he kind of ruined my birthday for me now, actually, now that I say that. But
now, I think there was also I think there was a pretty big surprise you found out while you were dating him. So what were those things that popped up that you found out or discovered through that dating period?
Yeah, this girl, she came up and she told me, well, I looked at his phone actually. I don't know what I was looking for, but I don't know if you know about iPhones. It tell you what you had him saved under before. So it said maybe wife. I said, maybe wife? And yeah, the cancer in me, I'm a cancer.
I knew it.
He was asleep. He always snoring in sleep. That's when I do it.
I literally said earlier, I was like, is she a Cancer? No shade. By the way, no shade to the Cancers. It's just she breaks down easily a lot. I'm like, dang, is she a Cancer? She seems like more emotional, more in tune with her emotional side. And that explains a lot though. That explains her sensitivity though, because her mom not wanting to live with her and her mom choosing to live with her sister over living with her, and then her dad not being sensitive to wanting and yearning for his support in a sensitive, emotional way. And it's just like everyone is just dismissing her emotions and her sensitivity. So that actually makes more sense. Okay? That makes a lot of sense. But then also, you know how Cancers, they got a mean streak. So again, I want to know what her crash outs be looking like. She acknowledges her crash outs. She takes accountability for her crash outs. But have you ever seen a Cancer crash out? I have. I've seen a Cancer crash out. It's vicious.
So I asked him, say, hey, what's going on? Are you the ex-wife? He said, the ex-wife?
Vicious.
I'm the wife. I said, the wife? He's married?
Ooh.
Wow.
He said, he don't want to give me a divorce. And I had him on speaker. I said, I hit him, wake up and listen to this. Like, what you mean you married? You married. I said, I don't play those games. I don't play with married men. Like, do you understand what's happened to me? Like, you see that I'm focused. I'm content. I'm being strong. I'm dealing with a sickness. I'm strong. I got kids, and you're married. So I did. I told him he had to go. And that was the first time I was officially done. But he showed up on my doorstep like a week later, showing me that they're going to get a divorce, crying, and said, we can go to God about this. And it's like, yes, I took him back. Yes, I took him back. As long as that divorce was pending, you was going to do it. You did. He said,
oh, wait a minute. She met this man when he was married still?
Divorce. And I had him on speaker. I said, I hit him, wake up and listen to this. Like, what you mean you married? You married. I said, I don't play those games. I don't play with married men. Like, do you understand what's happened to me? Like, you see that I'm focused. I'm content. I'm being strong. I'm dealing with a sickness. I'm strong. I got kids, and you're married. So I did. I told him he had to go. And that was the first time I was officially done. But he showed up on my doorstep like a week later, showing me that they're going to get a divorce, crying, and said, we can go to God about this. And it's like, yes, I took him back. Yes, I took him back.
So, okay. So they were together when you found out that he had a wife, or they were simply married but separated? Because I feel like that makes a big difference. So was this man entertaining you and he was cheating, or was he entertaining you because he was separated from his wife?
As long as that divorce was pending, you was gonna do it. You did. He said they went to dinner, they talked about it, and he told me that she cheated on him. She had a baby on him. He just wanted to be loved. That's what. And I asked her. I said, so did this happen? She said, I sure did. But ask him how he did me. He did me, so I did him. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe he just deserved. Let me see the better. Let me just see the better.
So even though you call
As a heal, and listen, when I say healed, I hate saying healed. I like saying as a healing woman, because I feel like it's a forever thing. Like you're always learning something different about yourself. I'm at a point where I would never involve myself in something like this, because I'm like, the risk of putting myself back in a past version of myself that I had to heal out of, I'm just not willing to take that chance. Especially on a man that lied to me about being married and then came back and was like, no, we're separating, we're divorcing. But that's not what it was when we met and we started entertaining me, though. And then if your wife is coming to me saying that you was out here running around on me or running around on her, which is why she decided to cheat back and then ended up pregnant, and that just ruined the marriage, then that means that you've been running around then, even before me. I don't know. I don't know if I would trust that. So he was simply married but separated, but he was still, the only reason why he was separated was because he was stepping out on his wife. And then in return, it's given a Cardi B situation where she decided to get back at him and she ended up pregnant. And then that's just what broke the camel's back in their marriage. It's still messy to me. It's too messy. I understand, like, if a man is separated from his wife, they live separately, everything is separate, and they are trying to divorce, but it's still taking time because sometimes divorces can take time. That makes sense to me, but it just seems like those lines were being blurred to me just based off of how she explained what happened. But let me know, do you think the same thing? Do you feel the same way?
Caught him really in a marriage, and now you know you find out you're dealing with this married man. He comes back, you know, he begs forgiveness. He said, "Let's take this thing to God." I mean, at any point did you think, hey, this is probably going to end up the exact way that his last relationship ended?
Probably, but honestly, at that stage, those red flags was looking green. I was definitely colorblind. Like I said, it's been a while since I even dealt with someone, and I love the fact that he was loving me. He was there for me, and that's all that I ever wanted, ever wanted. I don't care about the money, nothing. The fact that you was loving me, I would do this with you. I would be with you. And I talked to her. She said she had a man, and it was official. And I had her send me the papers that the divorce was signed. She sent it to me. It was dated and stamped, and they had to wait 60 days.
And in retrospect, when you think about that time in you guys' relationship, do you think that his intent was?
I'm just surprised that she was comfortable with getting emotionally involved. And I mean emotionally. I think it's crazy how women get emotionally involved with men that are still legally married because the option of him still going back to his wife is likely. So when you get emotionally involved, that's a big risk that you're taking because there's no guarantee that he'll actually leave his wife. So I don't know. I'm just kind of surprised by that. She seemed like she was eager to invest, but which her eagerness is probably why she felt like those red flags were green flags. That's what it seemed like.
To take advantage of you emotionally?
Now that I'm looking back on everything, yes, absolutely. I'm looking at everything that I
Yeah.
provided. I should have paid attention to the fact that he was with his mom and I had a nice cozy home. I had a nice good car and I was doing good for myself. I just should have looked at that, you know. But I didn't think, oh, this guy, he look dorky. He love Goku, you know. He ain't trying to use me. And then he did have a good job. He couldn't keep it, but he did have a good job.
Oh.
You know, he had no record. I'm like, you know what? Coming from my background, I didn't been beat. And you know what? I don't know what I can say on here, but I done been through it. So that was actually decent for me. You know, I can say it was settling now that I'm thinking about it, but it was better than what I had.
People get mad when I say that. People get mad when I say, oh, you shouldn't just have kids because you desire them. Oh, you shouldn't take that man serious just because you have chemistry and butterflies. People get mad when I say that. People get mad when I say that's childish. That's immature for you to make long lasting decisions off of these temporary feelings. Butterflies come and go. Chemistry can eventually run out, and your desire to have kids could change. Oh, there was this one video that went viral where this woman was talking about, I like kids. I love kids. I'm not anti-kids. I just don't want to be a parent. I was like, oh my God, if more people were honest about this, because when those kids reach a certain age and you still got to show up and be a parent, because look at babies are cute. Goo goo gaga, I love it. The baby throw up, oh, obsessed. Love it. Newborn baby smell, obsessed. But when they get an attitude and I have to parent that, when they throw in a tantrum in a store and they're embarrassing you in front of everybody, and you still got parent. That's what I'm saying. Like, you cannot make these decisions from a temporary feeling. You need to make these decisions from, okay, like, listen, can I handle this when they get an attitude? Can I handle this when they throw on a tantrum? Same thing with men. Same thing with men. Like, you're not gonna like them every day, every second of the day. They may actually get on your nerves. And so the chemistry y'all had, you not focused on the chemistry. You not the butterflies are gone. So now you got to deal with that man. Are you sure you want to deal with him like that? That's what I'm saying. You gotta make better choices and decisions from like a realistic place and not just the pros. Like you gotta consider the cons and then you gotta consider somewhere in the middle too, right? So you may have your good days and you may have your bad days. You may have your days where you feel rewarded in parenthood, and then you may have your days where you feel like you got shitted on real bad. It's just I feel like that's real life. But to just make these decisions just solemnly based off of just the good times, that's where I'm like that's immaturity. That's not smart. That's immaturity. So just be careful when you out here making decisions like that. And I think that will help with you determining, okay, is this a red flag, a yellow flag, or a green flag? And a yellow flag could turn red quick, and a yellow flag could turn green too. But are we like really weighing out everything? Are we really seeing it from different angles and perspectives and things like that when it comes to this person and this choice and decision? I think women need to slow down and like really consider that first.
By the way, you can say whatever you need to say. So
It's hardly initiated.
Don't even worry about not being able to say what you want to say. But what I gotta ask you, what I want to ask here also, was that the only partner that you discovered that he was cheating with or dealing with during the dating phase?
No, I wrote a list. I could tell you the date. We actually skipped to the wife. Before her, it was actually October 2023.
Did y'all see Homeboy's face? I know, like him right here in the him. He like
Before her, it was actually October 2023. It was a Saturday. I remember this stuff like it was yesterday. I just didn't, I'm calling his phone. And ladies, I'm going to just say this. When you feeling it, go with it. Because I felt it every time he was with another woman. I felt it. I didn't want to believe it. And he would make it seem like it's me. He would say, you acting crazy. You're this, And then when the girls come out, they're like, oh, he told me y'all wasn't cool. He told me you was crazy.
listen, ladies, we about to get real deep here for a sec. Are you with me? You have the ability to pick up feminine energy. We do it with our cycles first, right? When you're on your menstrual cycle, you're around feminine energy. She's on her menstrual cycle. What happens? Your menstrual cycle starts. Am I lying? They call us witches for a reason. So when you're dealing with the man and you have suspicion that he's cheating and you feel that feminine energy, that's all you need. You don't need nothing else. You don't need nothing else. You're telling me you don't have the ability to pick up feminine energy? You're not in with your femininity. That's it. And a lot of you think femininity is performative femininity that's centered around a man. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the spiritual side of your birthright being a feminine woman. You have that connection. A lot of times we gaslight ourselves though, right? Because we're not witches. We're not. Like, we're just women. We don't have intuition. We don't have any of that. Yet, when you're around other feminine energy that are on their menstrual cycle, you sync up like just like a Bluetooth or something like that. So, just like that man is out here dealing with another woman behind your back and you picking up some feminine energy, you're sensing it. It's not just you caught him and he has perfume on him. You picking up her pheromones. You have the ability to do that. I just think you're not tapping into it. And then you're gaslighting yourself on what you know. You can smell her. You can sense it. It's like, I don't know how to really explain it. It's just an experience, like you just have to be in one of those situations where you are sensing a feminine energy off of this man. It's just something about it. So if you know, then you know. The only thing that is keeping you from this resource is trust. That's it.
And actually, it's funny to say when all this stuff started happening, these same women reached out to me in my messenger. I'm so sorry this is happening.
Right.
And I politely said, hey, you are part of the problem too. I don't need your sorry.
Wow.
How many women was it?
It's total of 13.
What?
And this is not including the ex-wife.
not including the ex-wife. That's the one he really loved, if you ask me. His mama would tell me all the time, he loved her. He loved her. He don't love you.
So it was 13. So just to be clear, 13 women plus the ex-wife.
Y'all,
and you pretty much forgave all of that moving into the marriage.
Yes. When we went to the pastor, I remember I told you, he said, let's go to God. God brought up the story about Abraham and Sarah.
Okay, I owe y'all an apology. I owe y'all an apology. Okay. So this is why the girls are like, I don't tell something about it, I don't trust. Girl, 13, not including the wife, and the family warned you about this man and you ignored them? Okay, yeah. Damn, this is crazy. That's too much.
How the pastor said how Abraham said that was the sister, and she prayed for her husband, and he changed for her, and I gotta forgive. And if I can forgive my rapist, why can't I forgive this man?
Wow.
And I still have to see my rapist to today. He's at family unit. He's in the family.
Wow.
So I figure, why not forgive this man? As long as you don't play with God, he promised me he ain't gonna play with God.
First of all,
very sorry to hear that.
I don't like when you people try to use a Bible verse to justify the BS. And I think as a pastor, you could really know, and men, period. I'm gonna just say men, because I'm sure it was a male pastor, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure pastor, y'all. You could look. I'm not dissing your pastor, but what I do know is that if I know it's a brother that just came to me and was like, yeah, man, I just knocked off about 13 women and was dealing with my ex-wife, and this woman, should I move forward?
Wait a minute, I'm trying to pick up my lip. Girl, and the church told you that? That is awful. She needs therapy. She really did. So many people have failed her. I feel like her parents have, in a way. Her family. What do you mean you forgiving this person that took advantage of you, and you still around this person? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, now I'm back angry again because the church failed her, her family failed her, and then y'all wonder why she's on social media. Y'all wonder why she's on social media. This is an outlet for her. Think about it. Your family is gaslighting you about what happened to you and how somebody in the family touched you. Your pastor is telling you that the right thing is forgiveness, while your family basically gaslights and belittles and dismisses the situation. And then y'all wonder why this woman is on social media? And see, this is why I'm big on not judging a book by its cover, because you really don't freaking know. That's crazy. A lot of people failed her, for real. The church, her family. I'm disgusted.
Want to get married?
Right.
I'm like, bro,
you're not ready.
It's not that season, right? Right now, this is not that season.
Right.
I'm not gonna look you in your eyes as a woman that gotta potentially be thrown in this situation. Pull a Bible verse where some ratchetry went down, and say, see how they made it through? You can too. That just to me is disingenuous. But and that's not. I digress.
Well, and this is the thing, because I guess everybody's appetite is a bit different, but.
Oh my gosh. And she's like carrying that on her back. She's carrying that emotionally. She's carrying the trauma that came with it. That is awful, y'all. This is disgusting. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And see, that's why I'm saying, like, I think what is blinding people is that she is loving the attention. And like I said, I feel like it's coming from a place of she's never been validated by the trauma that she has gone through in her past. And social media is giving her that validation and she's soaking it up. And it's coming across as just attention seeking. But if you really dig deep into her story, if you dig a little bit deeper into trying to understand how she got here and how she ended up in this situation, then you'll understand like why she's coming across that way. But that's awful. You telling me like your church basically was like forgive, and then you had to go on and suppress what happened to you? That's awful. I don't like it.
Keke, when I hear 13 women you cheating with, I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I mean, the lengths that you have to go to hide something like this, like the cravings that you have to have, and managing 13 different women that you have in sexual relations with. I mean, that's in my opinion, that's on the levels of being insatiable. Looking back on it, do you think that was possible some sexual addiction on his end there?
I don't know, because some of the women say that he was just a trick. And I'm gonna be honest, I should have recognized that flag, because when I met him, I don't know if I mentioned, he paid my car note. I didn't even know you that long. I should have treated him as such, but that's not me. That's not me. If I see somebody being nice, it makes me want to love on you and be nicer to you versus take advantage. That's just how I am. Like, but let me be the one that's different. Every other woman is using you. Let me show you love. And he admitted, like, he never got love. His mama never told him that he loved her. And I believe him, because she don't. She call him B's. She call him H's. She's such an aggressive creature. So I'm like, let me show you what love is. Let me try to give you this love. Because honestly, why I put up with it is because before him, I didn't put up with nothing. You do one little thing wrong to me and I'm done. And I was dating for so long, I was by myself, and every time I tried to go on a date, dudes would tell me, "You're gonna be alone by yourself, because how you tripping on the little stuff?" And I had to tell myself that maybe I am being a little bitter. Maybe I need to give these men more chances. It shouldn't be one and done with me. I should give them a chance.
I hate when we do that. I hate when we listen to other people. I do. I do. And then we take what they say and we jump to the extreme and we just bypass discernment. I think that's what happened. And yes, ladies, I'm gonna tell you this now. When you reach a certain age, you'll start to think that it's you're not doing something right. You may need to lower your standards, but as soon as you do, right, you let someone in and you do it unknowingly, because you're taking the advice that these people are giving you, and the number one thing that you forgot was to discern the situation. You tend to just let your guard completely down and you don't discern the person at all, and it's because you took that person's advice and you internalized it very extremely, because you think that, oh, maybe my results would be better in love and in dating. But the truth is, love is luck. So you have to discern. You just do.
And that's just how I felt.
Well, and she mentioned the packaging too was different. Because he was packaged a bit different. She thought, and let me know if I'm mistaken. It sounds like you thought he's not a threat to take you down this road.
Nope.
And let me tell you, first of all, we all can, from the highlights, and that's why social media is highlights, y'all. But it definitely looks like some forgiving went down, because a very popular video in the stories that you have been chronologically putting out, and I think this actually was your friend, put out a wedding video. Matter of fact, let's all take a look at that, because that was another video that gained a ton of popularity. I'll play that clip for us so we can actually get a peek at that moment.
And let us know if there's something that we're missing here. But obviously, I think we're doing a good job. But the initiates can sometimes cover angles that we might not see. So if you guys got questions, please take time, send over your super chats. We'll make sure to read those while Keke, aka the cruise ship lady, is getting ready to come back and join us while she fixes her phone. Shout out to Nicole, by the way, member for 27 months.
Oh my gosh, Brandy, I didn't even think about that. I did not even think about that. Oh my gosh. And then now everything is starting to come full circle, because I remember when she was crying out to her mom. She was crying out to her mom. And I'm pretty sure that whatever happened to her, she was probably crying out to her mom, and her mom never showed up. Her mom never came through. Her mom never nurtured her, acknowledged her pain, her trauma, and what happened to her. That is disgusting.
Triple OGOG.
Okay, good. It's back. They said it's back.
Okay, it's back. Good. The boys are back in town. Shout out to Nicole for sending over that super chat. As a matter of fact, Nicole, I will make sure that I retrieve that sound, because I really like that sound. We're gonna add that to the show. And shout out to Practition her. Kevin Samuels played that when his likes were low. We're gonna grab that sound too, Practition her. But Keke is back. Okay, Keke, listen.
So Keke, we thought that video set it off for you.
People calling.
Okay.
My phone's on D&D. I don't know how to get through. But
all they got to do is double call. Check this out.
Oh, okay.
So check this out. At that, that moment, just so we can get timelines right. 2.5 years dating, correct?
Mm-hmm.
We watched that moment, the wedding moment that you guys put online. That caught a lot of wind.
Now I want to say that was about 48 million views.
Right.
Touched that specific video, if I'm not mistaken. So
this is on one platform.
I mean, 50 million people. I mean, that's crazy.
How long were you guys married?
7 months. March 23rd. So
Okay.
where we at now? Yep, 7 months.
Now, you mentioned that cruise moment happened when you guys were already married, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This was it was October the 6th we left.
Okay.
Carnival Breeze.
Real quick, guys.
1 second.
They want to play the video back.
Oh, okay. So
this
what happened. Be patient with us, Keke. What happened was the phone cut out, the sound stopped. To give you guys context, this is actually happier times at the wedding. And that's what we're gonna roll the video. We're gonna actually roll the video of the wedding. That if this young lady is currently
Oh shit.
I felt weird about her doing that because she asked me for permission, but I didn't respond.
Y'all, I'm trying to find the wedding video because I'm like, what is like? They never showed it. I'm trying to find the wedding video because he said it got like so many views. I'm trying to find it. Did I miss it, y'all? Okay, I seen that one. Are they gonna show it? Let me go back because I can't see I can't see the chat box. Are they gonna show it though in this video? Because I'm just trying to find it. I'm like, what video? I didn't see a viral wedding video. Okay, here. Was it this one? Let's just see. Take my breath away. Okay, maybe not. That one got like 2 million. Okay, if you have it, put it in Discord so I can see. Because I can't find it. It seemed like that's around the time that they got married. Okay, let's just go back.
To 2 hours later, and she already posted it. I said, well, why did you wait on me?
Oh.
Oh, I know famous people. I don't want clout off your name. I said, well, can you do my nails at least? Because you know me. I can't do no free nails. I'm like, but you my friend. And this the most she ever called me. She have not called or texted me through this whole time. Matter of fact, if y'all look back, I went to Mexico by myself. She stood me up. She's supposed to went with me. You always standing me up, but you was so quick to post that video.
Ooh, what?
Wow.
Where is the
So that's not my friend. I'm sorry.
Let me try to find it.
I'm sorry to hear that, Keke. And
I
that
gotta find a nail person now, and I don't like that because she is cold with it. No shade, no tea. She can do it, but that was just weird to me.
nah,
And
that's
this is not me. My nails, my hair. Come on.
that's
I got people
definitely
that don't know me offering to help me out, and you know me, but you're supposed to be my friend. You can't do me a free little. I just wanted some small almonds.
And listen, I understand because I looked at that page. I wish we had the screen share because I looked at the page, and this is not a page that gets engagement. Like I think you know,
No, she wants the engagement. She wants it. She wants, but it's crazy because I'm always adding her. A couple people went to her, but like I said, I've been a content creator. A couple people went to her, and you still never offered me no deal.
Wow.
But that's just not, like I said, I'm not about money. But they ain't no mess over me now.
Listen, that might be part 2. We got to talk about what really happens with your circle when you go viral. But
you're gonna need a part 2, 3, 4, 5 with me.
Already,
Baby,
listen,
this stuff ain't stopped.
Man, so let's take a look at that video. So to give the initiate some context.
So check it out.
It's the title for me, y'all. Crazy how life changes so fast. ... Just earlier this year at her wedding. But you didn't reach out to her to see how she was doing? You didn't pick up the phone? Remember that? Y'all, am I crazy? Remember when I was like, where are her friends? Where are her friends? So how much you want to bet her friends were sitting back watching her go live, crying like that, probably just laughing? But she wanted clout, so she posted this video. That is so disgusting. That is so. And then y'all wonder why she uses social media the way that she does. She don't have like real people around her that really care about her, y'all. She really don't. She don't. And that's sad. That's sad how you got all these people, family, friends, and they just don't really care for real.
And I'm gonna read the caption on that. I was
but fake caring for clout.
Literally there for one of her happiest moments. Never imagined this would be the story months later. Life be lifing for real. Sending love and strength to sis.
Girl,
you communicated that.
Get out of here with that.
On that cruise ship, intimacy had already dropped. So it wasn't really much touching, much kissing, much hugging.
Damn.
And this is really throughout the marriage, sex, all of those things now, all somewhat dissipated. Is that did that start around the time of the cruise trip, or did that literally start right at the moment you guys got married?
A honeymoon, 5 days in DR, and I think he touched me twice, and it was quick. And he's not a quick person, he ain't a quick person. But he said it's because the stuff that his mama did at the wedding that messed with his mental. So he was just in his phone the whole time. Matter of fact, that's when I found out he had 2 phones. Yeah.
Wow. And what? Kiki is like,
I'm
man,
I'm
it's
confused about. Wait, that was
I
you
feel
said.
stupid. I
What
ain't gonna lie.
you
it's
said? What
layers.
his
It's
mom
layers to this
did?
thing.
What did his mom do at the wedding?
No, well, we had everybody state vows that they would stay out of our relationship, that they would, I'm sure y'all seen it trending. And when they said, should I do this? The mama screamed, no, I ain't staying out of nothing. Then fast forward when it was time for people to, what's the word? I'm sorry. Do anybody see any of these couples that don't want to be married? She tried to stand up, but her daughter pushed her down. And yeah, she had on all black at my wedding too, like it was a funeral. So I was already mad about that. I'm at the altar trying to keep it cool. Fast forward to the reception. She said she gonna hit me with the cane. So at this point, I had two lemon drops. I need to leave. I'm turned. Now I said, hit me with it, B. Hit me with it. And all she can hear, she called me a beach. She called me a beach. Girl, this is my wedding day. So the officers, because we had two officers, because my wedding was pretty big, they escorted her and the sister out. Because now my whole family trying to fight y'all. What y'all think this was?
So the wedding essentially popped off. And
Did it?
now you on vacation, you in the DR. I mean, listen, I'm not married, but I would imagine after the wedding, the DR every day is supposed to be.
It should. I was ready. I had a wax. I had lingerie. I even set up rose petals when he walked in the door. I had the wine. I had strawberries. He only stayed in the tub with me for like 2 minutes. I said, you know what? Let me drink this whole bottle in. Tell me, it's hot. Of course, the jacuzzi is hot. I just stayed in there and just enjoyed myself. I walked around. See, I'm a solo person. I learned to love myself a long time ago.
Crazy.
Well, I thought I loved myself, because you don't love yourself if you allow a man to do this. I don't know. That's just how I feel.
So was it okay? So now moving into this, because I mean that's a strange drop off, because to pretty much be intimate, generally an intimate person, all up until the honeymoon, and the honeymoon literally be the moment you just completely stop, is a strange behavior. Did you find out that there was also infidelity that dripped into your marriage as well, or did that part at least cease?
No, I didn't. I stopped going through his phone. The second phone, I was really bitching about that a lot. And he's like, "Oh, it's just because of my son phone. His son was 17 at the time. Oh, I just need the 2 lines. He can't have a line by himself. That's just what it was." And I'm like, "When you gonna cut this phone off? When you gonna cut this phone off?" And he never did.
Okay, so
man, a lot being unloaded right now. This is like we got to let that breathe a little bit. I'm just blown away. Kiki, at this point, I mean, all these things. I mean, and shout out to you, by the way. I don't even know how you coming up here and communicating all this and able to kind of to keep emotionally steady. But at this point, you done with vacation, all these crazy.
I think this woman is numb to her situation. I think she's been in survival mode for a very long time. She's numb to her situation. She is numb to her past experiences. She's just going through life just numb. That's why she can sit up here and just talk about these things that have happened to her so calmly.
Crazy things that happen. The guy got 2 phones. Are you thinking that you need to get out of this, or is it are you thinking that it's time for you to get out of this before it gets deeper than it already is?
No, because I already got into church, and from my understanding, a divorce is a no-no. If there's no infidelity, a divorce is a no-no. I just wanted to do the right thing. Like I say, I've been through so much in life. I don't want to disappoint God no more than I ever did.
Oh my goodness.
I don't. And my honestly, to me, I was okay with settling for the rest of my life. But God had other plans for me. But I was okay. I was actually making okay with not having sex for the rest of my life. I got me some toys. I said, this is what it is. I was okay. That's the decision I made. When I said my vows, that's what I made. I had to stick with it. I wasn't trying to play no games with nobody. I brought all my family and friends. I was looking at it like I was a disappointment to everybody. Everybody came to love and support me, and they gave us gifts. If anything, I felt bad. Like, dang, I need to get these people these gifts back. I just had to stick it out. I just had to stay with them.
So I want to keep moving up until now, because some people were actually even concerned about you today. And from what was communicated, I think even these past couple weeks have been extremely turbulent. Because correct me if I'm wrong, your babies, they're not even with you right now, right?
No.
Okay, so we recently lost. Did you fully lose custody of the babies within the past few weeks?
So I can talk about it now because it's done now. I had to give a full guardianship. That's the only way that I felt like I could beat CPS, because like I said, it's not my first rodeo with someone calling CPS on me. So I officially signed over full guardianship. They're safe. They're with my father and my grandmother. I really call my grandma my mom. And I sent money. I sent everything they need. I gave all the insurance cards. It was just the only thing to do, because I didn't know if I can trust him because this is still an open case. So I didn't know if I can trust him to have my back. So I had to think about my babies. No, I didn't want that. But how could you take something from me if I don't have them? How could you take my babies if they're in a safe place, they're in a better place? Because I know what they're going to do.
I feel like this to me is probably like the biggest red flag when it comes to her situation. Cause I feel like there's a side that the internet has not seen. Cause to just give up guardianship, that's pretty extreme. Like a mother to lose guardianship or to give up guardianship, like what did she say? And then I've never w- are there any therapists in the chat? Because I'm like, I've never heard of anyone lose custody of their children because they said something in therapy. I'm like really taken back by that. I thought it was like confidential or I don't know. Let me know because I've never heard of this. I never heard of someone getting CPS called to them because of a therapy session. And just because I haven't heard of it doesn't mean it happens. So help me out. Like, does that actually happen? Is that normal protocol?
They're going to bring up my mental. They're going to bring up me crashing out. They're going to bring up me being a content creator. So I had to think smart. So while that's happening, I was on my next move.
And you know what?
No, okay.
This is the thing because I want to provide full context of this because we showed where you were excited about having this union and having family and friends at this wedding, but you went live a couple of times, and correct me if I'm wrong. Would you consider a couple of your lives as a crash out?
All the time. All the time. People, matter of fact, do you know how many friends and family tell me to stay off of social media? And I have never done it. And I'm here to say I'm glad I did it. Because now I'm going to help every woman out there that's going through with this. I'm happy I didn't listen to y'all. I'm happy I put my business out there. Oh, well. I'm unapologetic about it. You actually, if anything,
No.
this saved my life.
No.
Wow. And I wanna give the initiates context.
No. This. Oh my God, I got a headache. This putting your business out here to I'm helping women heal pipeline, it needs to stop. Healing does not take place on social media. I'm sorry, it doesn't. It does not. I- it does not. It does not take place on social media. This is crazy. And you can't help people when you're not in a place where you have helped yourself. You have to help yourself first. Then you can help women. But if you're still in the thick of it, you can't help other women right now. Not right now. Not saying you won't be able to help women. I'm saying not right now though.
In just a moment. Shout out to
This remind me of Danae Jackson. You remember Danae Jackson? Derrick Jackson?
Tour Leotard says, sis, you can love yourself and love God. God wants you to follow him completely. We can't control other people's behavior. Couture, I completely agree with that. Shout out to Tally and Twine Watch Company, our preferred watch company. I'm embarrassed to show the watch I got on right now because I literally 99% of the time watch rock Tally and Twine, who just has the most creative watches in the game. Let's just be real. And it's black on. Shout out to my brothers over there. But and I also want to go back to the conversation because I want to show this video. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Keke, I was let's just say extremely apprehensive about showing this video, but I think it's important to capture the raw emotion here, especially because when things like this happen to you, you can absolutely get emotionally unraveled.
And this part, I feel the video he's about to show, it was real to me, y'all. It was real to me.
You've been so courageous to share, bits and pieces, really your entire testimony. So I do want to give the initiates context in what a situation like this can actually do to a person emotionally. So, Delano, could you have us take a look at that video really quickly?
I am a certified crash out. I talked to him today. I talked to him. He said, it's all my fault. I'm to blame. He said I should never did all that.
Okay, I gotta pause it. And then this is another reason why I feel like this is real, because if she was really looking for a viral moment, she wouldn't have had that music playing in the back. For real. She wouldn't have had that music playing like that.
He's right. I should never did that. It's my fault. He said, why the fuck did I crash out? He said, why did I should never did that, y'all.
And I just wonder, what do her crash outs look like? They have to be really bad, y'all. I know with social media, crash out is like this trendy, catchy phrase, but I wonder what her crash outs actually look like, because I feel like that is major context that's missing when it comes to people being mad at her a little bit. And I'm not saying they could be gaslighting her. Let me just be real. They could be gaslighting her like, "Oh, you don't have the right to act that way." But she may have the right, but it still doesn't make it right, if that makes sense. So, especially if you got kids, you could lose custody of your kids and things like that. So I just wonder what her crash outs are like. I wish they would ask her more questions about what are your crash outs like? What was the reason behind you losing guardianship of your children? Are you able to go into detail about that? Those are some questions I would have asked her for sure.
I go to social media and I post, he got to be stopped. He asked me, bet you won't go in there and show them who you really is. This is who I really am, y'all. He said I should be celibate for years. He said I don't never need to be with another man again because I let a man make me feel like this.
Keke, what was happening during these moments here?
So I don't even remember saying all that.
And listen, someone that has experienced SA molestation at 13 years old, I don't expect for her to not be off. And I'm not saying that to be mean or shady or anything. I'm saying that to just be empathetic to her not being innocent. Like I really don't expect her to be innocent. That's just me being honest. Someone that has gone through so much, and it seems like she's been emotionally abandoned too a lot in her childhood, her early adulthood. It doesn't seem like anyone has really been there for her emotionally. So I honestly, I wouldn't expect for her to be completely innocent. That's just me being honest.
When I think about it, he always do this to me. He always hurt me, and then he tell me how it's my fault, and then I believe it. Like maybe if I didn't nag a little bit, maybe if I stopped posting so much on social media, maybe if I just stopped doing things, he'll be okay with me. And that's just how I felt at that moment. I was serious about that apology. Like I'm sorry for being me. I felt so sorry for being myself. I felt like it was the end of the world. And why did God make me who I am? Why couldn't I be somebody else? Like a man can bring you all the way up, and then he can just tear you down, and you feel like nothing, all because of a man. And it's just, I don't mean that apology though. Forget them. I'm good. I mean, I think I'm good. I don't know, but I'm gonna be okay.
Now listen, I actually
You are
got
gonna be okay.
we got
Absolutely.
we got to we actually have an expert that's gonna come up here and dig into and give us a really good perspective just briefly here. I want you to just give some context on what happened today, because you went live today.
Damn, that high and that low that she described, it sound like a dopamine hit.
Was very concerned. I really couldn't make out what was happening. I did see you. It looks like you were crying around some police cars. Did anything? Is the relate because these, I know how, especially when you get into the place of considering divorce, things just get a little nasty. What's happening right now? Is the relationship getting violent?
So yes, but what I did was I tried to play it smart. I didn't tell him I was getting divorced. I tried to tell him like, hey, we just need to separate. He don't know this last week, and I'm only talking about this because I'm gonna tell you why. But I've been looking for apartments every day. I've been looking for apartments. It's been so bad. So when I walk into these apartments, they know me from TikTok. Like they're hugging me. Like, come stay here. We got you. Come stay here. And I'm like, I'm gonna do it quietly. I'm gonna wait till he's Ubering. I told him he could use my car to make as much money he want. I'm gonna go to the front office. I'm gonna pay a reletting fee to get out of here. My plan was to do everything quietly, but he knew it. He knew that something was weird because I locked him out for 7 days. Had to let him come back because again, this is still his home. So I'm in a room. I parked my refrigerator, my mini refrigerator in the room. I brought my microwave in the room, and I locked the door. And I said, I just need some space. I still love you. You know what we do to try to like brush a man's soul just so he don't go from 0 to 100. Like I was trying to do it quietly. And today I was getting my medical treatment. I get a treatment once a month. I have a disease. I was getting my treatment.
It sounds like she still lives with him. Like they share a place together. She's trying to get her own place.
The veins in me, I had the needles in me, and he come up there and somebody made a fake page of me and an ex from 3 years ago kissing, and he said, oh, so that's why you going to be with a man. I went in my phone I went to show him the same hair, the same look. I said, hey, look, see, this was in 2023. This was right when we had broke up, right when you had told me to move on my life. You know about this situation. I told you. And he was like, I was like, can I have my car keys? Because I'm like, I got to go get ready for this interview. So my sister told me, don't do that interview in that house. He getting violent. Come to my house. She getting everything ready for me. I said, hey, can I get the keys? I'm going to go get something to eat. I haven't eaten in like 2 days. And I can send you some food. I can send you some food. And I'm like, no. I just want to go get something, get a little drinky drink. No. And my nurse is here. I'm like, be quiet. My nurse is here. She can report this. Like, just stop. Like, he didn't. He didn't. It got to the point where I went outside and he locked me out. It felt like deja vu again from the crash out. He locked me out and I'm trying to get in. So when I try to get in, that's when he started putting his hands on me. He came outside. He had a knife in his hand. And what saved me was my neighbors were standing outside. And he was like, I don't give a. He was coming to me. And he seen him. And he said, open his eyes and went back in the house. And then, of course, I'm emotional. I'm going behind him. That's stupid. Why am I going behind somebody who just trying to stab me? I know. But I just like, give me my keys. Just give me my keys because they calling the cops.
Hell no.
I don't want you to go to jail. I don't want to send a black man to jail. And I don't want, I don't want that. He wasn't listening. He wasn't. And basically, he went out the back door and he ran. He was punchy. Like, he was, when I tried to get in, he was punching me.
No, it just disgusts me. Oh my gosh. She's protecting the black man, and the black church didn't protect the black woman. Her family didn't protect the black woman, the black girl, the black little girl. But she's protecting the black man. It makes me angry. It just makes me so angry. Oh, I don't like this. Like, I don't. She protects the black man, but the black church didn't protect her. Her black family didn't protect her, but she protecting the black man. We got to break that. We really do. As a community, we really need to break that. That is ridiculous. And then you're not just protecting the black man, you're protecting an abuser that happens to be a black man. That is what that is.
Me down to the ground. I know I'm smiling, but I think that's just how I deal with stuff. I don't know. But he punched me down to the ground and I'm trying to, I'm trying to get in. I'm just like, just give me the keys. I'm sorry. Here I go apologizing again. I don't know what's that mean, but I'm apologizing. I said, okay, I'm sorry. I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving you. Just trying to calm him down. You lying. But this was not him. He never really did nothing like this. But I don't know, maybe it's because he really felt like I was done this time. Maybe because he knew like it's no more he can do to me. It was enough. I can't. Like every time I even think about forgiving him, I go back and look at the messages.
I feel like he's embarrassed.
In them comments. And it makes me strong. And I said, I'm leaving. I'm leaving this man. I'm leaving. And I guess he knew it. He ran from the cops, took my keys. And the cops, let me tell you how God work, y'all. He don't know that our lift is connected. So I got a message to my phone. The cop is standing right here. It say, Brandon is in the lift. The cop seen that and took my phone and they started chasing him. Started chasing the Lyft driver. And he's in jail right now. And I haven't processed it because this was 20 minutes before the interview. So
do y'all think that they're going to interview some other people? Do you think like the husband is going to come out and speak out? Because again, like I said, the red flags that I have are her crash outs. I want to know what they look like. And then the other thing that I want to know is what was the other thing? How she lost guardianship of her kids. That's what I want to know. Those are two major red flags.
I had to come on here. I had to keep my word to you. I had to keep my word to everybody. Because I really want everybody to know that when you feel the pain and you feel like it's you, it's okay. You still got to leave. Because I feel like everything is my fault. I feel like I'm going to get blamed for him being in jail. I'm going to get blamed for this. And I never wanted it to happen this way. I was trying to leave quietly. And I'm still here. I'm showing up for y'all because I need y'all to show up for yourselves because that's just what a toxic man can do. And I'm starting to realize what he were. I'm starting to see his true colors.
That's a lot, Keke.
Yeah, and
that's a lot.
Wow, he's in jail.
And the people are asking in the chat, yes, this did happen today. In fact, I think she even said 2 hours before the interview. And by the way, I wasn't even sure what happened because I literally had spoke to you, Keke, before.
20 minutes before the interview.
20 minutes. So
the cop literally just brought me my keys before I signed on, and my neighbors helped me do something to myself because this is all I can give y'all. It's a little natural.
Now, Keke, thank you. And initially, listen, y'all in the chat, y'all saying a lot of things. We want y'all to be just as much a part of this as us. I want you to send over your direct questions.
Damn, so he got arrested? So that means, and he probably got arrested because of the neighbors witnessed what he did, most likely. So they probably took him in.
For Keke, okay? And to give you context, guys, I want to be very clear about what we're doing here. This is a new segment. Y'all got to let us know if we should continue, but ain't no way, okay? That's what we're doing. This is where we get the backstory behind some of the biggest viral testimonies. We hear from the people actually involved. This is Keke, the cruise ship lady. This is the person that's going viral for her testimony that we've heard so much tonight. And this is also where we bring on an expert for honest perspective on how, you know, anyone can end up in these situations and really how to stay out of these situations.
Absolutely. So now that's what we're going to do next. Because what I want to do, by the way, Keke, thank you so much. I want to bring another voice into this conversation, a voice that I trust, a voice I think that all of the real initiates of this platform now trust. This woman is a powerful counselor, somebody that has had some of the most memorable episodes here on Hardly Initiated, even has done some personal work in my lives and even many of the initiates. We bringing on my sister, Tara Body. Welcome to Hardly Initiated. What's up, Tara? How you doing back there?
What's up, Tara?
Hey guys. Hey, Keke.
Hi.
Let us breathe. Okay? Let us breathe. Sister, breathe. All I'm hearing is trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma. Baby girl, we gotta pause. Girl, we gotta pause.
Because that's crazy. 20 minutes.
Talking to you like a sister in Christ. Hear me. It's not about the platform right now. I'm talking to you sister to sister. Your mental health and your physical health is in jeopardy if you don't pause. I need you to breathe. You are a real person going through some real things, and we got to have some real solutions so we don't lose you. I know you think you got it under control, but the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And if you don't pause, you have not seen the worst of this. If you do not pause, I'm trying to help you. I hear these stories all the time. I hear it all the time. You are very brave to come here because your story is not just going to heal you, but it's going to heal some other people. But I need you to listen to me. God does not want this for you. He would have never brought this to you. But you're going to have to use the tools that he gives his children to protect ourselves. You're going to have to pause. I know the way your emotions are going and real, and you want to go out on social media. I know that's where you want to be because you want to do something. I know it's because you want to do something, because you're reeling. But to save your life, I need you to pause. I will personally talk to you after this. I'm going to have the guys give you my information because, honey, you got to pause for a second and evaluate where you are and where you're going. You are a mother. You have children. Your mother. And you have to consider the generational damage that what's happening is going to do if you don't pause and get what you need during this time. You're going to have to. Now, I can tell you from listening to you, I can tell I've been listening the whole time. Where you are is not your fault. When you tell me about childhood trauma, your rape has still been in your family. That's PTSD, is trauma that has caused the mental blockages and the way you make decisions because those people did not protect you. And because they didn't protect you, you're not protecting yourself. They didn't protect little Keke. They did not. And they still had a person around you, and they're disrespecting your value. But now you are the adult that has to protect her. And if you don't protect her, you're going to lose your whole self. You're going to lose. So you need some help, some counseling. You're going to have to do that. You're going to have to do that. You need to be strengthened. You need support. And you need to be talking to the right people. But it ain't going to happen on social media. They're going to rip you apart. It's going to make it worse. It's not going to make it better. All those demonic spirits and everybody weighing in is going to mess with your mental. It's going to give you an anxiety attack. It's going to stress you out and stroke you out. I need you to pull off social media after this. I really do.
I think she's confusing getting attention and being validated through the attention that she gets is healing to her, but that's not really healing. It's not real healing. And so real counsel is going to professional counsel is going to actually give her the tools that she needs in order to really heal herself, but it's just not going to be found on social media. So she's confusing the validation online for healing, and it's because she's never had that before.
You want to talk? Talk to me. But we got to pause this, right? I'm just telling you. Hear what the Holy Spirit is saying to you today.
No.
Your life is not entertainment. You have a real life and a purpose by the Father that loves you.
Mm-hmm.
He loves you. And if you want to use your life to help other women, then you get healing and you help from a healed place. When we help from a healed place, we can give people actual instructions on how to deal with their situations, get healing, and come out of it. Okay. You can do that. You're strong. But you got to do it healed. Otherwise, you'll bleed all out here in the public and people will take advantage of it. So I don't want that for you.
And Tara, I really want to ask a question here because a lot of ladies because I did a lot of research on this conversation before we got into it, and a lot of women, they've had many of these same experiences. That's why I think she's getting so many millions of views on so many different platforms, because even though you're describing it as blood, everybody bleeding. So everybody can see themselves in this situation. I want to talk to this part here because this is not the first time we've talked about this on Hardly Initiated. But why would a woman, talk to me about this part in particular, because I think it's a really big part of the story, because we didn't have to get to this point in marriage. It looks like we could have caught this in dating. Because why would a woman who's experienced infidelity at that level, who's experienced seeing a man be dishonest about having a wife, move forward with marriage anyway? What does that tell us? And not even just about Keke, but any woman that might subject herself to that. What would that say?
Yes, it's many women, many men and women subject themselves to cruelty. It doesn't matter. It's not a red flag for them when they've been receiving this from their family their entire lives. It's not a red flag. So when people say, oh, they're foolish and why would they do that? Well, you're not living their truth and their reality.
Facts.
When a person is undervalued in their home as a child, there is no value in which to measure how other people treat them. There is none. Our parents give us value. They affirm us. They tell us who we are. They tell us what not to accept. And then they treat us in a way where if anybody's treating us anything opposite of that, we actually are like, what's happening? When your parents are loving you and strengthening you and constantly affirming you and telling you who you are, anybody that does something opposite of that is going to be a red flag. Because you're going to say, I ain't never been spoke to like this. Not by my mother, not by my father. No one has ever treated me like this, undervalued me like this, dismissed me like this, neglected me like this. But when you are treated like that, it becomes commonplace for you. And see, God has given us a security system in which to protect us. Every human being is born with 5 senses. I see, I touch, taste, smell. We have 5 senses in which to view the world and see what everybody is doing. If I see something running towards me, if I see a car driving towards me, I see it, I can move because I'm in danger. I smell smoke, I'm gonna get out the house because I know it's on fire. I touch a stove and I know it's hot, I'm gonna move away my hand. I hear something coming for me, I know to leave. But when I grow up in trauma, my security systems begin to shut down, those things that keep me safe. When somebody harms me and then another person says, it ain't that bad, you all right, that ain't hurt. Oh, that's not what they meant. Oh, that's not what you feel. Then you start to question your own security systems. Now, when I see something.
Because her family gaslit her. Her family gaslit her. The church gaslit her. She was gaslit. So unfortunately, that would create confusion in someone's mind if you don't know better. And like she said, your family teaches you your value. So that would just create a lot of confusion for someone, which means making choices and decisions that are healthy, that are protective, are going to be harder to do, harder to navigate.
I don't even trust what I'm seeing that this is danger. So I see the text messages and nothing in my security system says danger, remove yourself. I see behaviors and nothing says danger because my parents or the people around me shut down all of my security. So I don't even know to remove myself from negative situations. And this is why, y'all, we cannot be out here in the world dating without the Holy Spirit. Because when your security systems are shut down, you need the Holy Spirit to bring discernment. This is when you pray and say, God, protect me from the things I don't see and the things I don't know. God, I'm not sure of my decisions. I need you to make them for me. So then we read the word of God. We obey what he says about not sleeping with people before we're married so that we can stay sober. Testing the fruit of people. When your security systems are down, his is not. Many of us have grown up in trauma. We need to stay close to the Father. He is the best security system. Brinks ain't got nothing on him. He is the one that gives you discernment. He's the one that lets you find out stuff. He does it for you to protect you. He says, baby, I'm going to make sure you find out. Now, when you find out, what you're going to do, baby, because I made sure you found out today because you weren't looking and you couldn't see it. And then he'll bring other people to tell you. He'll say, okay, you're not hearing me. Let me bring somebody to actually voice it to you. So we have to have community, because then community will say, sis, that ain't it. Not him. You're more valuable. But if we don't have that community, so if we miss discernment from God, our security systems are shut down. We don't have godly community around us that we take advice and counsel from. We are slaughter for the wolves. I don't care how much you are Christian. You are slaughter for the wolves. Tyshawn, it's not that they're doing this on purpose. It's just the way you raise up a child. And if you don't give them these skill sets, if you don't put it there, they don't. Tiki didn't even know to even say this is all bad. And even if it's bad, she's still saying maybe this is what's best for me. The security.
Okay, someone in the chat said that this religious advice is going to keep her in the cycle of abuse. She needs a real therapist. Okay, this is a real therapist. She is just a therapist that's within the framework of Christianity. So, why? Like, I just she is a real therapist. I feel like that's kind of rude to say that she's not a real therapist. Do I see where you're coming from? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because the religion is actually what made her stay after this man cheated on her like what 13 times. So I see what you're saying, but I would actually like to hear how she could implement things outside of the religious framework that can actually help her break out of the cycle. That's what I would actually like to see in the chat box if you do. But I understand where you're coming from, but I think it's unfair to say that she's not a real therapist. She just has therapy and she upholds her treatments within the framework of Christianity, which to me that's a choice. But I also see where you're coming from as far as Keke kind of stayed in this abusive cycle because of her religious belief. So, what advice would you give her that is within or without the Christianity religious framework that you think that could really, really help her? That's what I want. That's what I want to know. Like, what would her treatment look like? What would some of the tools that you think could help her within the cycle that she's currently in? That's what I want to know. I mean, I have some ideas because I went to a non-religious therapy and I was taught different things, different techniques and things like that that didn't have the religious framework. And it really worked well for me. But everyone is not going to be the same. So let me know what your thoughts and your opinions are about it.
System at Dollar Tree ain't the same as the security system at Macy's. When you low value yourself, you don't even put up the proper securities because you say, I'm not worth securing. I don't have to put all those things that I just put in place. I don't have to put them in there because there's nothing valuable here to secure. But when you value yourself, you put in all those things that I said because you said, I'm too valuable to go down. I'm too valuable for somebody to steal my purpose. I'm too valuable for somebody to sabotage all that I have worked for, all that I have built, all that God has done through me. You put those things in place because you say, I am of value. I can't be around everybody. I can't deal with everybody. See, the way you were acting, Keke, when you were single and you said, I'm cutting these folks off, that was the way to be. It really was, because you don't accept everybody when you are high value. But then you have to wait on the Lord and say, God, I'm showing you my security systems are working. They're coming back. God, watch me. I know the people in my life, they put my value down, but watch me, God. I'm valuing myself. I'm knocking them out, God. I'm not taking just anybody, God. And he said, okay, baby, I'm still going to keep giving you some experience so you can keep doing that. So people are going to come and he's going to watch you knock them folk off one by one and say, that ain't it. That ain't it. And he said, okay, baby, your discernment is up. And then a big wolf come because he said, here go one. And what you going to do with this one? And y'all got to keep knocking them off. Y'all can't be lonely to the point y'all don't keep knocking these people back. It's better to be alone. It's better to be alone. Keke, you were doing just fine before he came, right?
Yes.
You were doing just fine. You were on a good path.
Yes.
I want some of my single sisters to understand right now. You're on a good path and the devil's mad. He wants you to mess up. He wants to come and sabotage you. Keep knocking these wolves back. Keep knocking them back. Yes, Tashawn.
Tara, thank you so much for that. Man, I mean, that security system analogy, that one hit different. Because I'm asking questions about the genesis of that relationship and how to avoid these things. There's a lot of women probably literally watching this live right now in a full-blown relationship with a man who's already in a full-blown relationship or in a marriage with some kids. In your professional opinion,
It really was.
can any relationship, healthy relationship, be birthed out of infidelity?
Great question.
You're dealing with a low character man.
Oof.
I need y'all to understand when you're dealing with low character people. Man that would cheat on his wife and children is low character.
This is what I keep trying to tell women. Did I not bring this low character conversation up in the last 2 videos I just posted to my social media? Didn't I literally say this? This is coming from a professional. Low character is low character. Like it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. Low character is low character. You know, and I'm watching this blindly. I didn't even watch this before this live.
I don't care what's going on in their house. The response is not to be unfaithful. He will always make up an excuse to cheat because he's a low character, lustful, whorish man.
Ooh.
A man that would cheat on his wife with you is low character. The issue with a lot of women, and I'm not saying this about you, is that women, they'll find out this man is married, but she will assume he's with me because I'm better than his wife in some way.
Oh!
It's something she's not doing that I'm doing, something she isn't that I am, and that's.
Did I not talk about this last night? And I was getting gaslit and dismissed. This is insane. I literally just said this yesterday. And it's because women think that if they get the privilege, the pretty privilege, that you're better than the next woman. And you're not. And women do not want to accept that truth. You still want to believe in smoking mirrors, because I'm telling you, as a woman that's been on both sides, unattractive and attractive, you believe in smoking mirrors. You can get to the other side and you're going to quickly find out that it is not all that it's cracked up to be. That what you've been idolizing and fantasizing and putting on a pedestal is smoking mirrors. Literally. This is insane. And a lot of women think that if they had the pretty privilege, that they would be better than the next woman. And I'm telling you, that's not how it works. You are sadly mistaken. And listen, the colorist black man to baby mama pipeline exposes that. See, it literally exposes that. You'll see. You will see.
It's rooted in pride instead of realizing it's not about you being better than that woman in any particular way. This is just a lustful man, period. It has nothing to do with you. Lustful cheaters just look for women that are willing to sleep with them. It's not about you being better than his ex. He cheated on her too, and probably cheated on a woman before that and before that. But women, and this is how women get pulled in, because something says he is choosing me over another woman.
Ooh!
And we don't just look at the man, because we stay in competition a lot of times with women. So we don't look at the man and say, this is a low character man that would do this to his wife and kids. And he's not going to hold me at any high regards. If he's willing to cheat on the mother of his children, that didn't mean nothing to him. It didn't mean anything to him. So then you also didn't mean anything to him. And then he's trying to gaslight you and make you think it's you, just like he did it with her. And he'll do it with any woman he's around. Because he's selfish. He's self-centered. He doesn't like women. You're telling me the relationship he has with his mom? Y'all ladies got to watch out dating men who do not like their mother. They hate women. They really do. They pull women in because they're looking for the nurturing they didn't receive from their mother, but then they also hate women, so they don't mind hurting. They don't mind hurting that woman because they're hurting their mother in a way. They don't think women are of any value. They don't like women. So they're going to use you for your nurturing, use you for your giving, use you for your serving, because that's what they wanted from their mom.
And remember when I was saying that the privilege that y'all are putting on a pedestal is of servitude. I literally said, I was like, y'all, the privilege y'all talking about is servitude. That's all it is. I literally said, I said, it's servitude. That's not privilege to me. Privilege is when you receive special treatment and it's selfless. Not, I have to be in service to someone to get the privilege. That's not privilege to me. That's not. And I thought with Black girl luxury and everyone is talking about Black girl luxury, this and Black, I thought women knew what privilege really was and what it really looked like. But apparently, I am mistaken. Apparently, privilege is if I get, I'll receive privileges as long as I'm in service to a man and the system in society. That's not real privilege to me. So I tried to tell people like I feel like y'all not understanding where I'm coming from. But this doctor is literally doing a wonderful job, bringing a different perspective, but it's still supporting the things that I have said in the last 3 videos that I have made. Seriously.
But then they're going to turn around and fully abuse you. And I need y'all to watch out for those type of men. They say how a man treats his mama is how he gonna treat you. Yeah, I really do need y'all to understand. Some of these men, when you hear them dogging their mother, the one that birthed them, and they tell you, I can't stand her. And even if she's crazy, you better watch his response to her and the dialogue they have, because there's a lot of healing he got to go through before he can love you. It's a lot of healing. And Keke, you need healing. You don't need to be out here dating anybody right now, because in your weakened state, that's when the devil comes. He comes when we are lonely. He comes when we are needing something. He comes when we are losing something. We have lost something. He comes when your discernment is low, like a snake. And I did hear you admit, as you're telling your story, see, that's the thing about telling your testimony. You said, I should have saw that. I should have saw that. You know what? I did see that. See, God is not unfaithful. God is the only faithful one we can really count on. We can't count on people. God is always faithful to protect you and be there for you. But we get with unfaithful people, and then sometimes we're unfaithful to our own integrity and the things we said we wanted. We said, I don't want nobody to treat me like that, but then we'll take them anyway. So it's not that God is unfaithful. We are unfaithful to our standards.
Now,
and we really have to, ladies, stop doing that.
Now I want to get some perspective from Keke, and real quick, shout out to all the initiates joining us in the chat. We got 2,500 initiates in the chat, and I want y'all to do me a favor, drop courage in the chat just to show Keke how much we appreciate her for having the courage to come up here. And
acknowledge that poll too. You just dropped the poll in there as well.
Also initiates, I just dropped the poll. Have you ever dated a married man? Yes, I knew. Yes, I didn't know. And no, never. That's a poll. We already got, y'all are active tonight. We got over 400 votes on this poll already. I'll close it out just shortly. But again, drop courage in the chat just to show Keke how much we appreciate her and love her for sharing her testimony with us. And Keke, I know, and I hope, you absolutely okay with this. We just had to at least connect you with somebody we absolutely trust. Tara, she's one of the coaches. She's specifically the relationship coach for our High Life community. She also, obviously is the OG and mentor for both me and Tyshawn, her and her husband, Jason. But she actually, served as counsel for Tyshawn's pre-engagement. So this is somebody we absolutely trust. So I want to ask you, after hearing a bit of, what Tara has shared with all of us, you specifically.
And then, like, there's a genuine energy that comes off Keke. Is she innocent? No. But I just remember when Homegirl was on the same podcast and the therapist was talking, and it was almost like she was just so uncomfortable in her presence. But there's a level of receptance when it comes to Keke in this interview where she's really open to hearing what this therapist has to say. Then that says a lot to me. That does. That's a green flag on her part for me. Um, so I am picking that up. But I think Paloma, the girl that went viral not that long ago, what's her trophy wife? Yeah, she was super uncomfortable. But I can see that Keke is taking this in and she's like really shuffling through the things that's being said to her right now, and she's like gonna take it back and she's gonna reflect over what was discussed. So I like to see that.
What do you think about what Tara is sharing with you right now?
I think she's absolutely right. Definitely with the no dating thing. I actually found it kind of like why is people even trying to talk to me at this moment? Come on now. Like it's actually kind of offensive because now I know you literally just trying to catch me because I'm low. That is a a awesome thing. I'm not dating. And healing, she's right. It's just healing hurts so much because
It
you have to
does.
bring up everything that you done put in the back of your head. And I be tired of crying. I know I'm a crybaby, but I be tired, you know? It just seems like
Kiki,
the more we
your
dig,
tears
the
are
more we
valid.
pick up.
Your tears are valid, though. You have things that you should have cried about. So don't let nobody tell you that
Absolutely.
you shouldn't be crying. You have been through things that tears are valid. And I know it's scary sometimes when you think about coming to counseling because you're like, I don't want to rehash, but the stuff is there anyway. What we do in counseling is we bring it to the surface. We deal with it. We reframe it for it. We give you a different perspective of it so you can then put it where it needs to go and get it out of your life because it's still there. It's like having a closet and you just keep pushing stuff in there and you never go clean out that closet. And so you'll have that one thing, Kiki, I'm telling you, there'll be one more thing you try to put in that closet and the whole thing will bust out. And that's where the crash out comes from. It's not just that thing that happened, it's all the things that we refuse to deal with. But when you're in a safe space with a counselor, and we process it in a methodical way and we give you grace on each issue and say, sweetheart, that wasn't your fault. No, that wasn't your fault. No, sweetheart, this is where that person dropped you. This is where and then we find ways to forgive people that hurt us. See, when I say healing, it's an understanding that will give you forgiveness so you can move forward. You're going to have grace for yourself and others because everybody broken.
Yeah.
And so I pray that you trust counseling, whether it's with me or somebody else, because you'll get to a version of yourself you've never met. And
And
she's
I'm ready.
beautiful.
I'm
She's
ready.
beautiful. She's full of joy. You'll be like, I never even thought I could feel this way without somebody. I didn't even know that I could feel good from the inside out. I want that for you so bad.
I want to,
do.
Tara. This is a hard question, but this is another one I want to ask.
And Kiki, thanks for being
Kiki,
patient, by the way.
No, absolutely. Kiki's really providing a testimony for us, but it's really a case study for us, for all the millions of all the thousands of women that are in this situation. Because I hear women all the time, they get into these situations, these ratchet relationships, over and over and over again, and sometimes one might be a little less ratchet than the other, but still keep running into the same outcomes. So this situation that Kiki is experiencing right now, does this speak more of her character, where she truly needs to self-reflect, or can we say this is him? And I think there's some confusion on that, because in our culture, we quickly say niggas ain't ish. We quickly say it's a lot of F-boys out here, this and that, and we put the onus on the character of someone else. But when we get into relationships like this, is it that the character?
I like, I'm really big on you take accountability for your role, and that's it. So he needs to take accountability for his role. She needs to take accountability for her role. That's it. And I think a lot of people expect for the woman to take on everything. And I don't believe that that's fair, and I don't believe that that's right. But she needs to be accountable for the role that she played, right? And that's really it. So I wonder how the doctor is going to break this down, because it's going to be interesting.
Of these other people are so bad, or is this more so a reflection of our character? How should we be looking at these situations as they rise?
It is a piece of both, just to be honest with you, because yes, you have some people that use people. Absolutely. Let's be clear. You have some people that are instruments of wickedness in the lives of other people. They have demonic spirits. They are led by Christ. They are users. They are takers. So that's a real thing. Yes, you have some terrible men out there. The problem is the reason they're able to pull in women, or women keeps ending up with those same men, is because the woman needs healing, and she has to have a sense of self-value and self-awareness, that she knows that she keeps getting attracted to this broken man. Because when you're broken, you will have grace in taking broken people. You just have a sympathy for broken people because you're broken. A broken person who hasn't been given the best in life and feels low value has this, it's just an unbalanced level of grace for people. It's to the point of no accountability for these people, allowing them to do a bunch of stuff because you want to understand them. And I heard that in you. You were like, I understand he's going through this with his mom, and he was crying about this. So your compassion is your kryptonite. Because no matter what he's going through, mama, don't make him treat you that way. One ain't got nothing to do with the other. How me having mama issues made me cheat on you? I think not. How about my mama's so terrible, I just met a woman that loved me. Wow, thank you, God. I met a woman that loved me. Now I got love that I never had from my mama. No, that's how a person with some sense thinks. They don't think, oh, my mama's terrible, and also let me wreck every woman I'm around. So sometimes the grace we give people is unbalanced. But you giving that grace because, well, I still make mistakes and I ain't got it all together. And, you have some levels of insecurity about where you are. So
I don't understand why the girlies don't go talk to other women.
maybe this is the best type of guy I can be with. And so now we're trauma bonded. We both messed up. We both jacked up. And, we got a little drama. And that's what make us good. This is passion. We both ratchet. No. You say, sir, don't leave you over there in your brokenness. I'm going to be a healed woman because I want a healed man. I'm going to get my life together because those are the type of men I want to deal with. And then I'm going to be able to deal with men and hold them accountable because I held my own self accountable for my healing. See, we got a lot of women going to counseling, getting strengthened, getting healing. Okay, so now date men who also did the same. Y'all, just because we women does not mean we have a higher sense of getting ourselves together than men. This is a personal issue that men and women have to say, I know I've been through something. I know I've been traumatized and I went and got my healing. But I'm dealing with a lot of women going to get the healing, going to get the counseling and still, no, that's why you go get healed. Because you can say, no, I want somebody who also went and got healed. I did it for myself, sir. Go do it for yourself. So we're not trauma bonded. We are two people working from a healed place in a beautiful relationship because that's what I deserve for the work I just did on myself. I don't deserve trash when I didn't spend time and money doing all this work on me.
I definitely I agree with this comment. I thought about that. I was like, I think that may be why male identified women, mammies that are basically gonna protect the black man in the situation when it comes to her story and her testimony and not consider her at all. So yeah, I can see that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, Tyshawn. Yes, we are attracting what we are because we have sympathy for it. We have grace for it to an unhealthy place. We don't want to trauma bond anymore, Keke. You're going to keep bringing broken men into your life because you sympathizing, but this is not partnership. You can pray for him, maybe even be his friend, but not his partner because he's going to rip you to shreds. He's going to rip you to shreds. Y'all don't need to be around these little pit bulls.
Yeah.
You know how you see a little broken dog and they in the corner and you're like, oh, little stray dog, I really feel sorry for. Go over there and try to feed him and watch him bite your hand. Watch him snap at you. And the Bible talks about not casting that which is holy before swine. And it said, don't give out the good stuff to the dogs because it'll tear you to pieces. I give you the scripture. I need y'all to get in your word. Holy people, stop casting your pearls to swine and dogs. The Bible said they will rip you to pieces. So that's what's happening. We got Christian women giving all their good and holiness to dogs and getting tore up. Y'all,
So Tara, hold on, because first off, let me tell you, Keke, I can only imagine that you just got a lot right now running through your mind. So one thing I want to do first off, for you coming up on here and allowing us to be able to share this moment with you, I want to just first show you some love right now. Everybody in the chat, drop the word love in the chat for my sister Keke right now. I want y'all to hold on because the initiation hotline is coming on in just a second. But man, Keke, listen, you got my personal contact information here. I absolutely want to make sure that I thought it was very important to make sure that we brought some counsel on in this situation because I know you in the loudest space in the world right now, the internet.
Yeah.
With this testimony, and it's a lot of voices involved. So I wanted to make sure we brought the voice of reason in here to help you guide this thing. Is there anything that you want to go ahead and give some final thoughts before we let you know before you leave us here tonight?
I just really want every woman out there to know, like, you're not alone, and you don't have to be quiet. If you want to scream into the top of your lungs, do it. Don't listen to the people that is in your ear. Don't listen to the person that is hurting you, trying to blame you, because it's not your fault. It's just not. Don't be quiet, and please just take everything you got in the back of your head and bring it to the front, because ever since I came on here screaming to y'all, I can feel somewhat of just a weight lifted off my shoulder, and I can only feel that it's going to get better. So I'm living with no regrets, and I'm here to tell my story.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Keke, for coming up on here and joining us here tonight.
Okay, that was a good interview. That was a good interview. Do I believe that she needs to get into her word? Yeah. As a girl that practices hoodoo, I get in my word. But I feel like she also needs counsel so that she can develop logic. Because you can't just be all in your word and no logic. You can't just be all in your word with low self-esteem. You can't just be all in your word and you're not developing discernment and learning from past experiences and taking that wisdom and being able to use it moving forward. So yeah, I do. You can get in your word, but I also feel like logic has to be there too, or you will be back at square one. So I understood where one of the women were talking about where she was just like, she's kind of throwing the Bible at her. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like she's meeting her where she is, though, at the same time, too. She's a Christian woman. That is what she is. So you have to meet her where she is at. But I also want to say, too, that I hope that she is going to teach her logic, though, too, with her being a Christian therapist. I don't see anything wrong with that. Some have the ability to do both. I've been around some therapists that don't know how to do both, but just make sure that both is a part of the counseling. And I feel like that's fine to me. I don't feel like if you have a Christian framework that you're doomed. I don't believe in that. I believe that it depends on how the framework is structured and how it's being used. And if it's being used from not only just a spiritual place, but a practical and logical place as well. That's really the only difference for me. So that's pretty much all that I have regarding this video. This is a good interview. There's only 2 questions I wish that could have been addressed. How she lost guardianship and also her crash outs. Like, what are her crash outs like? Because she talks about her crash outs, and I'm just like, what kind of crash outs do you be out here doing? So I just wanted to know what those 2 things were. But honestly, this was actually a decent interview. I think I learned a lot from this interview, from just listening to her full story, the background, and everything like that. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you in my next one.
This is my opinion. I'm free to state my opinion anytime I like, right? Thank you.
I don't want you to feel like that, but yeah, feel like that.
This is my opinion. I'm free to state my opinion anytime I like, right? Thank you.
I don't want you to feel like that, but yeah, feel like that.